Hi, Lisa. How's it going? I'm still kind of this was very spontaneous, but hopefully also a very groovy. And Ana looks to be here. Hey, Ana, you're live. People can see you.
Hello.
Hi.
We're gonna have to know if it's like echoing or anything, because if it does, I can put headphones in. But
There's no reverb, so you're fine. Lisa's already here. She says, "Hey, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good day. Remember to hit that like button." Or you may want to reserve judgment. Whatever, man.
it's always
Hi,
nice when we get the reminder, though.
Huh?
It's always nice when we get the reminder, though, in the chat.
Yeah, it is. Because, I mean, like when I'm commenting on somebody else's live, I always forget. So, Eugene is here. Hey. That came out weird. I sounded like a
We can prepare.
70-year-old perverted dude. And Lisa says sounds good to her. So, yeah, I'm not getting any reverb or anything. You do not sound like you're at the bottom of a well, which I think we all like. I've got so many tabs open right now. Let me just get rid of some of them.
I'm counting 8 tabs open on my screen.
Well, I just closed 2 and popped 3 out into a different situation. And closing that. Don't close StreamYard. I got to remind myself, don't do that. Closing Discord. I had your channel up on my YouTube to make sure that I got your channel name correctly. In there correctly. Abby Jean says, beautiful bookshelves, Ada.
Thank you. They wrap a little bit.
Very nice indeed.
Very nice. I love my cheap Target bookshelf.
She also, Abby Jean's like, what's in the mug? You know I gotta know.
I came prepared.
Oh, so she's gonna fall asleep in the middle of the thing. That'll be awesome.
This will temper my anxiety slightly.
One hopes.
And the mint will help with the headache and the stomachache. So,
well, you're looking pretty in the pink. I know you've been kind of dealing with stuff lately, so.
Yep, dealing with it. Today's been fairly mild. It's been
nice. Hang on a second. Let me boost the volume because I'm having trouble hearing. Yeah, I'm still kind of recovering from my migraine, but today I went out and I did all the errands.
That's going to be me tomorrow because tomorrow's payday. So.
Oh, yes. Probably for me as well. Because the first is on a weekend. Nice, says Abby Jean. Bigelow is my favorite tea brand. Non-spawn. This is not sponsored content.
I've got a tiny little cabinet that's right next to my fridge that's over my Keurig, which is what I use to heat my water. And inside of that, I've got all my teas and coffees and stuff. I got a little collection going.
Lisa says, that is great tea. I'm having green tea with elderberry. Ooh.
It's my
and I have, what does it say, witch's brew?
Yep.
Well, I've got the antidote to that because I have my supernatural thermal mug. My mom. I didn't know it was that funny. My mom put this in my stocking a couple of years ago. She wanted to get me something that wasn't on my Amazon wish list. And my sister-in-law had asked for like an Elder Scrolls or Skyrim or something cookbook. So my mom thought, ooh, an IP cookbook. So she looked it up and found one for Supernatural, and it suggested that she might want to purchase this. And this is like a really good thing. It's like if I put ice water in it in the morning, like with actual cubes, like 8 hours later, there will still be solid pieces of ice in it. Not as many as I started with, but it's very good.
I love tumblers. I've got a green one that I bought on sale for like $10 that I use for everything.
Abby Jean is drinking sugar-free hot chocolate. Oh, I don't think I said what was in this. It's just ice water. Because I know how to party. So I was going to do errands yesterday. And then I was like, well, if I want to do the live stream, if I want to do midweek motivation, I should probably save my energy for that. because I'm still recovering from that migraine because that was violent. I mean, I woke up with it already in progress, and there was some unpleasantness, physiological unpleasantness, shall we say. Anyway, so I'm still kind of tired from that. But today I was like, well, I'll try to do some errands. And so I went out because it turned out I had 2 books on the hold shelf in 2 different libraries. And I was like, well, I need to get some cash from the bank and I should pick up just a few groceries because we're out of fresh fruit, which is what we like to have with breakfast. And so I did those things. And I also went to a Dollar Tree and a Dollar General and just to show that I am the boss of things, I topped off my gas tank.
Getting all of the things done.
All the things.
You were adulting.
I adulted so hard. And now I'm ready to cuddle Seymour the wolf.
Steffi!
Anyway, so this came about for the people at home and in transit. Oh, Lisa has something to say. Whoa, you got a lot done, she says. Yeah, and then I came home. And just because I could, I fixed lunch for me and my mom. Oh, yeah.
My dad's waiting on bean tacos for dinner, but he's asleep still, so.
But he's going to make them?
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, so what we're doing today is that I had some duplicate books. So I sent them to Aina because she was like, oh no, did you conk yourself in the head? They're not heavy machinery, but maybe you shouldn't be operating them just the same. Anyway, so I had all these dupes, and I think I've sent you dupes before. And Aina's like, I'm like, how do you feel about dupes where the cover is torn? And she's like, give it to me. Well, that sounded worse than I meant it to. She's like, I'll take it. And I was like, what about the step back's been torn off? Give it. I'll take it. It's mine. And well, she didn't say it that way, but she was like, yeah, whatever. I like reading the stories as long as the books themselves are intact. Just like doesn't have like the last page torn out or whatever. And well, that actually happened to my mom with a library book. But anyway, that's a story for another time. And so they've been sitting around my room for like several weeks. And I finally got my act together and stuck them in the mail on Saturday, I think it was. And they made their way halfway across the country. And now they were delivered today. And I told Aina, it looks like they were delivered. And she's like, ooh. And she got them. And then she's like, ooh, should I do this as a live or do a haul later on? And I was like, whatever you feel like doing. But I may have some explaining to do. And she was like, okay, let's do it as a live. And then I said, well, maybe you want to be able to look me in the eye and say, what is this sock? What in the world is this?
What is that from? The splaining. It's stuck in my head. I think
it's got some explaining to do. It's from My Love Lucy.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Exactly. Like he'd come home and she would have gotten into some sort of shenanigans and he'd be like, you got some explaining to do.
Yep. Okay.
And it's just kind of percolated into pop culture from there.
Okay.
And also, when I was out running around, I went to a Dollar General and a Dollar Tree, and I picked up a couple of things, including some books.
So if we want to, very good books.
Well, this one only had like about 5 or 6 for adults. I mean, they had a lot of activity books and stuff for kids, but they only had like 5 or 6 of them for adults. But one of them looked pretty good, or it looked like something I might enjoy or my mom might enjoy. It's about a part of the world we've been to. So, anywho. So if we want to do a full-fledged haul, maybe we could even do sprints if we feel like it, or we could just like talk for 15 minutes and then just take off, tackling into the night.
We can do whatever. I'm up for some sprints and stuff. I kind of want to.
Cool beans.
Where is it? This. My brain's stuck on this today. So I kind of.
What is it? Wait, you waved it, but I didn't see it.
The Stroke of Midnight. It's an anthology, supernatural stuff. I did nothing. But my brain's been stuck on this all day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, Yes, this was all very last minute. Fortunately, I still had my eyebrows on from earlier, but I did have to refresh my lipstick and redo my ponytail and grab a tiara. Oh, wait. I guess the mythology is that I was already wearing the tiara. I had to grab my earrings and some jewelry. So, so do you want to open the box? What's in the box?
I have the tape cut.
Okay. Now you're just.
They're all wrapped, aren't they?
They are all wrapped. Show the good folks at home.
The whole.
I don't even know how many books are in there. So, but they're all wrapped individually.
Ha! I found the one that isn't.
Oh yeah, that one I didn't grab just for the summer because I knew that you were kind of interested in reading that sooner rather than later, I thought. Plus, it was the only one that was shaped like that, so I just was like, yes, she may have that one.
I'm excited.
My mom already read that book. It's not completely unread. My mom read it. I had read the book already from the library, and then I got that copy from the library to keep. And it was brand new. And my mom read it, and then she didn't feel the need to keep it. So I was like, well, I could take it to the used bookstore. You said you were interested, so I sent it to you instead. Now, I wrapped those all, and they do not have to stay wrapped if you do not want them to stay wrapped. Obviously, they're yours to do with as you please. But I did that because I always enjoy having like little surprises to look forward to and stuff. Like, I've done 2 hours of yuck or, whatever. Now, the thing is, I should tell you, if you pick up one of the really thin ones, the really thin ones, those are all Harlequin Presents, and those are all dupes. And you'll see, I think there should be a little scribble up in the corner.
Yes.
It says the scribble is BR for Buddy Read.
Mm-hmm.
Those are books that I have not yet read.
Okay.
So if you want to do this as Buddy Reads, we can. We don't have to. And the ones that aren't marked are ones that I have already read.
Okay, that's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm going to leave them wrapped, and then we can randomly pick one of the Buddy Reads ones sometimes. Just read them together.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's see. Somebody has a comment. Ugh, for Pete's sake. Abby Jean says, you wrap them all? How sweet, Sock. Yes, these are the kinds of shenanigans I get up to. The only thing is that there is a buddy read that's going to be going on in a few weeks that's coordinated on, I believe, Tea and Biscuits, but it's not book club. It's Texas Glory, which is the second book in the Lorraine Heath Texas series. And that is in there somewhere all wrapped up. But I don't know which one it is. Because I found out about that after I'd already mailed them. And I was like, oh no, if Ana wants to join that. It's the second book in a series, but I think they more or less stand alone. But, I mean, it does give you additional context. And I was just like, oh no, if Ana wants to join in, she's got the book, but where is it? Maybe you could get your dad to peek. It'll be it'll be thicker than the really thin ones, but it isn't too thick. But then there are some others that fall into that description, so it won't be marked as a buddy read, though, because it will be marked as a buddy read. Yeah, because I haven't read it yet. So, sorry. I should have numbered them or something so I could just tell you to pick a number. Tell you what number to pick, but I did not.
I'm looking to see which ones. The super thin ones I'm just setting aside.
Yeah, those are all Harlequin Presents. The Harlequin Presents, I just kind of grabbed them at random. What happened was I ordered multiple lots from eBay,
Mm-hmm.
And so there were a lot of dupes in there, because they were so inexpensive though that I was like, as long as they're like 70% new material, I don't mind the dupes.
So many buddy reads. Okay. Those ones aren't marked. Yeah, it's going to be a doozy if I'm going to try and find that. There's that one.
Well, like I said, maybe you can enlist your dad's help.
It's one of these.
My guess would be the bigger stack. It's the one that is 3 up from the bottom and 4 down from the top. I think that might be it, but I'm not sure.
Let's play a game.
If it's not it, like I said, you can always get your dad to help out.
Silver coin.
Oh, okay. And I also got golden coin for myself. Because we were talking about that. Yes, so I have the gold coin, you have the silver coin. Now you have both, so that's definitely buddy read. Yeah, I don't know then about Texas Glory. Abby Jean says, if you plan to join our buddy read of Texas Glory, I would recommend reading Texas Destiny first because the hero has a big role in the first one. We even get his POV. Yeah, because it's the series is Texas Glory, or Texas Destiny, Texas Glory, and Texas Splendor. Texas Splendor. And it's about 3 brothers. So anyway.
I might not be able to join that one because I already spent my budget for the month for books. I had to send a birthday present to my friend in Germany. And
that's a bit of a schlep, yeah. Anyway, so that's why I thought you might be like, what are you even doing here, Sock? What is the justification for this? Are you just like running around central Connecticut, mental illness out where everybody can see it? I don't even know.
It's going to be fun. We could just surprise book buddy read.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the ones that aren't marked are the ones I've already read. So just save it for a rainy day.
I could go through with a pencil and mark all the buddy read ones and then put all the numbers in a jar and we can just draw one randomly and pick our buddy reads that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, however you want to do it. Or you could just put them on the shelf wrapped and just pull a book off the shelf. And then open it, tell me what it is, and I'll find it on my shelves. And,
I'm going to have to make room.
Yeah, there were quite a few. Like I said, I didn't count, and I have a lot more Harlequin Presents dupes because, like I said, it was from ordering lots on eBay. So,
I haven't tried that yet. I kind of want to try it, but I'm also worried that I'll get a ton of dupes. But then I could send them off. This
was the dupes were because I ordered them from different vendors.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't dupes all in the same box. Like I'd order a box and it would be like, 50 unique titles, but then I'd order a box of 70 unique titles from somebody else and there'd be like 10 that were in the first box. So if you just order one box of Harlequin Historicals or something like that, you should be fine. It's just when you start ordering from multiple sellers that it becomes that you run the risk. So anyway, that's the big package from Central Connecticut.
I'm excited.
I'm glad. And I decided to wrap them, and then I figured that if you didn't want them to be wrapped, you would just unwrap them right away. Or if you wanted to, you could just unwrap them as you went.
It's more fun this way.
I thought so, but not everybody would agree. So I was prepared for that possibility.
I love chaos.
Neatly wrapped chaos.
It's a chaos bomb wrapped in a nice little package.
Just like me. So, yeah, I got some stuff, or we could do a sprint.
I'm up for anything.
I don't know. The comments are kind of quiet. Maybe people are already sprinting without us. So I don't know. Let's see. What time is it? It's like what, 3:30? Oh, it's 3:45, at least where I am. Oh, Abby Jean says, show us what you got. Okay, the person who first expresses an opinion gets their way. So,
Yes.
let me see. I'm not even sure. I went to the library and I could do a quick library book haul. I don't have all the library books I picked up over here, but some of them. I got For Real by Alexis Hall, which I've read before, and I really like it. I want to reread it. I'm probably going to end up buying my own copy, to be honest. And I also thought that I could do another, I want to do another bargain counter argument after hours. But I haven't got a whole lot to talk about right now because during the Ever After-a-thon, I wasn't necessarily reading a lot of dark or smutty romance or whatever. And this is what I like about this is like, it's Alexis Hall. We've got two dudes, and there's class difference and an age gap. And it's a dom-sub relationship, but the younger guy is the dom, but he's less experienced than the older guy who's the sub. So it's a really interesting dynamic, and I really enjoy it. And I'm going to talk about it more extensively on Bargain Counter Argument after hours when I get around to doing that. Like I said, I have some books to read before I can do that. And I got Everything But You by Chloe Lees. And I was thinking of it as the gay Bergman Brothers book because it's from the Bergman Brothers series. But it's the gay Bergman brother and a dude he meets. These are not two Bergman brothers being gay for each other. Just a little, just thought I'd show that off for no particular reason. Come here. Abby Jean says there's a dynamic like that in Rebecca Witherspoon's Megan. Ooh, I'm going to have to look into that because I enjoy that. Anyway, so this is, looks like it's soccer romance, football in the international sense, not American football. And let's see. This is a nonfiction book called Cults Like Us. And it is Cults Like Us, Why Doomsday Thinking Drives America by Jane Borden. This is a new release. Anyway, I did religious studies for undergraduate and graduate school. Oh, and this is a book that Abby Jean, hopefully she's not mad for me shouting her out like this. She recently read it and really liked it and recommended it. So it is Swept Away by Beth O'Leary, which is apparently about these two people, and I don't know if they're friends or roommates or whatever. Oh, one night stand. Ooh. They're having a one night stand on a houseboat, and the houseboat gets washed out to sea.
Awkward.
Well, especially since this is the kind of houseboat I'm guessing that really doesn't have too much of a motor or too much fuel or whatever. They're not really designed to be used as a means of transportation.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows if the radio is sabotaged, they're really boned because it's the kind of thing where you would need like basically the Coast Guard or some friendly passing ships to like lug you back in. You need a towboat. Okay, my other library books are on the other side of the room, but includes Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher, which Abby Jean and I are going to be buddy reading. And then I went to both Dollar General and Dollar Tree, and I got Paradise Breeze scented makeup remover wipes.
Ooh. I like Dollar Tree's little beauty section. They have some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I think I got these. I got these at Dollar Tree. I went to both, like I said. Ooh, my bag has a glove left over from earlier in the year. Also at Dollar Tree, I got some Mentos because when I was in junior high and high school and reading a lot of Harlequin Presents to as escapism because things were kind of rough sometimes and so on. Well, now that I have access to arcs from Harlequin, I thought I would go back to my Harlequin roots and have some Mentos, fruit flavored Mentos, while I read some of those arcs. That was in the live stream yesterday, which I don't think you were able to come to, but
I've been watching them back when I can't come to them immediately. I
was going to say, if you watch it back, I actually put up a little slideshow where I had like the covers and stuff of the ones that I picked, because I picked out 7 to start with. So, and let's see, I got this metallic purple ink pen.
Ooh.
That was Dollar Tree. And I got some lip gloss. Oh, I got this bright pink ink pen. This is, I think, just a gel pen. Because I also found, if I can find it, I also found this little notebook. And I thought I was going to, I have another notebook that I was going to do my Harlequin notes on for when I'm reviewing the arcs. And then I saw this today, and I thought maybe this would do. It says, escape the ordinary. And it's lined. And I have escape the ordinary. I have a pink gel pen, and I have Mentos, and a brand new minted NetGalley account, and automatic authorization to read Harlequin's offerings on NetGalley. So these are all gifts to 14-year-old me. Okay, we have a nice lengthy comment. If I can. Abby Jean says, when I was a kid, we were doing the Mentos and the Pepsi thing. We decided to test it in my mouth before wasting an entire 2-liter. Only I didn't open my mouth, so the foam exploded out my nose. Did it propel you backward a few feet? Were you in an office chair on wheels and you just went? That would be kind of awesome.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, let's go with calling it an inquiring mind. And not Sock Marionette's losing it again. Okay, I also got some. I got a variety pack of Weiler's Light powders that you add to water. Another comment. Abby Jean, unfortunately, no office. Would have been great, though. These is TikTok trend-inspired flavors. Maybe I'll add Mentos to them. And then really just... Anyway, these are cotton candy, mermaid, peach ring, and unicorn. I don't know what 2 of those things would possibly taste like.
Those are the ones you gotta kind of be afraid of.
Yeah. Does it actually taste like a mermaid or a unicorn? Did somebody slaughter a unicorn? Is it unicorn powdered horn that they threw in here? I did not think through the ethics of this situation before I purchased this package. Abby Jean says, I love that you are connecting with your younger self. Yeah, that's something my therapist, I've had therapists suggesting this for years. It's like, tell your younger self, talk to your younger self and give her what she needs. And I'm like, she needs to be in a big bed with a pile of stuffed animals. And guess what? I'm in a big bed with a pile of stuffed animals. Anyway, yes. So I am honoring my younger self. And let's see. Oh, I have. Now, these I've gotten before. There's drink packets. This is Sun-Kissed Peach. I really like. Dana's like, drink packets. I got some. Huh?
I was reaching for this to show it to you.
Ooh.
The sparkles.
Yeah.
Super soft fuzzy.
Cool beans.
Yes.
Lisa says, I will be back. I have a one-on-one with my boss. Well, I hope you have some unicorn drink. I got some furniture coasters because I actually picked something up at Aldi, and it's a raised like planter bed. So it's basically like a trough on legs. which I need to put it together and stuff. Maybe I'll do that next week during midweek motivation. But I am going to have it inside behind my easy chair, stuffed with books. And I want to put it on furniture coasters so I can just slide it around on an as needed basis because it doesn't have wheels unlike my other new cart. So. Anyway, it's an Aldi special this week. These raised planter beds, they're galvanized metal and they're like $15 or $20 each. I think it's only 15. It might be 20. I'm not sure. They also had a 3-tier plant stand. So it's like shelves that are increasingly large as you go down, like a step ladder kind of situation. It's not very tall. That was 20, and I think the galvanized planter boxes were 14 or 15. And I got some. I'm missing something. Okay, there's something still in the car. I got some lip glosses, including an iridescent silver lip gloss. Because I have a gold one and I wanted silver as well. So I picked that.
I only own one lip color, and it's the Maleficent Disney themed one that I got from Dollar Tree, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Because one of the ones I picked up today was Disney branded. It was Disney branded for Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember which character was on it. I think it was the Mad Hatter's Choice or something. Famously knowledgeable about lip products. Anyway, and I got a couple of books. I got 2 at Dollar General and 1 at Dollar Tree. At Dollar Tree, I got this one called Sun Damage by Sabine Durant. And this is like a mystery thriller kind of thing. As you can see, one of the sunglasses is broken, suggesting violence of some description. It's set in the south of France. In a tiny village in Provence, 9 guests arrive at a luxury holiday home. The visitors know one another well, or at least they think they do. The only stranger among them is Lulu, the young woman catering their stay. But Lulu is not exactly the woman on the video the guests thought they'd hire. Turns out Lulu has plenty to hide and nowhere to run as the heat rises. In this seemingly idyllic getaway, under the scorching sun, loyalties will be tested, secrets exposed, and tensions pulled to the brink. Dripping in intrigue, Sun Damage is a glamorous, witty, and totally riveting story chock full of secrets, lies, and more lies. Sun Damage.
I feel like there needs to be a dun dun.
I thought it's set in Provence, and I thought my mom might like it. I thought I might like it. We shall see. And then I picked up a couple of historicals at the Dollar General. So let me just remove the big old price stickers. They were $3 each. That's kind of the standard price for mass markets at Dollar General. This was $1.25. So. Which is the standard price for most things at Dollar Tree, although they have started introducing new price points.
They started off with just the one aisle of the different price stuff, and now it's scattered all over the store, so now you have to be careful with what you grab.
Well, when I grabbed those things, when I got to the cashier, I asked her, I said, if anything rings up for more than $1.25, let me know how much it actually is. And she looked at the stuff and she says, that's all going to be $1.25. It's usually marked. But, and she was right. I mean, she did not. Okay, so I have a book by Kerrigan Byrne, The Devil in Her Bed. Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Down, 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 down. He lives in secret service to the crown, a man of duty, deception, and an undeniable attraction to a woman who threatens to tear his whole world apart. They call him the Devil of Dorset. He stands alone, like the cheese, A man of undeniable, it does not say that. A man of undeniable power, moving in and out of the shadows, back alleys and ballrooms. He is unstoppable and one of the crown's most dangerous weapons. However, when he sets his sights on the undeniably beautiful Countess of Montclair, Francesca Cavendish, he doesn't realize that he has met a match like no other. True love wears no disguise. Francesca is a countess by day and stalks her prey, those responsible for the death of her family, by night. What she does not expect is to be thrown into the path of the devil himself, the Earl of Devlin. She has secrets of her own, and he seems determined to lay them bare. Can her heart survive finding the love of her life and losing him when all is revealed? The devil in her bed.
That sounds very interesting.
I thought so. And this is actually 1872. So it's still 19th century, but at least it's not Regency. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Regency. I just get kind of sick of it sometimes. And then the other one is Lindsay Sands. And I think this is... No, this is medieval. That's right. And, oh, wait. Abby Jean might want to know this. This is from 2021 and is about 360 pages long. This one by Lindsay Sands is called The Perfect Wife.
I like that dress. That's the
it's supposed to be medieval. You can kind of tell by the belt. Because like from the upper top of the bodice up, you can't really tell. It's like any old off the shoulder thing. Mm-hmm. But he's in the process of disrobing her. So probably the shoulders are covered most of the time. An outrageous series of mishaps seems to get in the way of true love in this classic historical romance from New York Times and USA Today bestselling author Lindsay Sands. Classic because it was published in May 2011 first. I mean, this is a reissue, but it was originally published in May of 2011. Avalon's betrothed has just returned from the Crusades and has come to claim her as his bride. She hopes he's partial to cherries, for Avalon fears she very much resembles one. Too round, too red in the scarlet gown that was all she could fit into, and perhaps too tart for the groom's taste. Lisa should be here because she's got that beautiful cherry tree in her backyard. The fruit is starting to ripen. I mean, on her tree. Woo, kitty! That's not Gemma, is it?
This is Persephone.
Gemma's the white one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, perhaps too tart for the groom's taste. No doubt he longs for a sweet, docile bride, one who is as slim and trim as she's trying to appear. Pain de Gravel has Paen, P-A-E-N, not pain like ow, or pain like bread. It's Paen de Gravel has dreamt of wedded bliss with a lively, well-rounded woman whose plump breasts would cushion his head after the harsh reality of a solitary night. After the harsh life of a solitary night. Avalon, though, appears rigid, her health seemingly fragile as she faints into his arms after their first kiss. But one split bridal gown later, her assets are eye-poppingly apparent, and Payan anticipates the surprises yet to come on his wedding night with the perfect wife. The thing is, there's got to be more going on, because this is like 360 pages long. And a few misunderstandings, a faint-worthy kiss, and a ripped wedding dress don't really make for a 360-page book. But anyway, maybe they do. Maybe it's Betsy's wedding, only medieval style. Father of the bride.
I've read a few books similar, like with similar kind of descriptions to that, and I really enjoyed them, so I might have to try and hunt that one down. It
sounded like it might be fun. So, yeah. So I do have some other library books I picked up at the other library, but they're on the other side of the room. A lot of othering going on here. So maybe I'll show them after we do a sprint.
Sounds good. The 1-year-old decided to when she was here to start reaching every shelf she could and pushing the books all out of alignment. So I had to fix that.
Yeah, like let's say maybe in like 20, 25 years, she's going to be a librarian.
And we'll bring this up.
During her internship, they're going to send her into the picture book area. And she's going to have to clean up after all the kids have stormed through. And she'll call you up and she'll go, Aunt Ana, they made me pick up after all these messy little kids. And you're just like, talk to somebody your own age, dear.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody your own age. Somebody who didn't pick up after you.
Oh, my back.
And then she'll go, okay, millennial. Okay, so shall we do a sprint and you can stretch your back and I can put this stuff away and maybe get... I still have a fair amount of beverage left.
A sprint sounds lovely. I'm going to wheel this thing that this is on over to the couch so I can sit on the couch.
Okay,
Because
I need to find my... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'll put up I'll create a connection to my radio station, but I may not be listening to it myself. I haven't decided how I'm going to spend the sprint, so.
Okay.
But right now they're playing Feel Like Making Love from Bad Company. Okay, here we go. Paste. Okay, and let's sprint for half hour.
Sounds good to me.
Sound good? Excuse me?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we're going to go until 37 minutes past. Oops. I'm good at this. So good. Okay, I'm muting us now. See you on the other side. Okay. It's time to come back. Time to turn off my halo. Okay, Lisa's back with us. Abby Jean had to drop out because Kevin finished work at 4:30, so she's got to spend some time with him. And Lisa, though, has come back in again. She's back, good one-on-one. I try never to get into too bad of trouble. You just hear going, at least not in a way that's traceable to me. Yeah. I found the other lip gloss.
You did?
It is Alice in Wonderland, branded Disney Alice in Wonderland. And I remember what made me think it was funny is, first off, it's the white rabbit. And like I said, I thought it was the March Hare, but it's the white rabbit. And I really honestly don't know to what degree. Actually, this is pink lip gloss and his eyes are pink. So maybe he just missed the memo on where he was supposed to apply it. But the thing is, it's called I'm Late. And all I can think of is, you know, the girl says to her boyfriend, I'm late. And he's like, oh no. Anyway, this is the packaging.
That's adorable.
It is, aside from the I'm late, which just made my
A little worrisome.
My 54-year-old mind was just like, oh, not my problem anymore.
And I think Alice in Wonderland themed makeup, I think like the Red Queen or Chess.
Yes, I don't necessarily think, although look at his little pink eyes. Like I said, I think maybe he missed the memo on where you're supposed to apply it. Because this is, hang on, let me get some more light. That didn't really help. Anyway, it's kind of it helped me. It's kind of a dusty pink, ashes of roses. Lisa says, shh, don't say that out loud. Plausible deniability is the name of the game. Anyway, so that was the other lip gloss I got. It was just had sunk to the bottom of my bag. Well, I did not do any reading. I just did some puttering. Some high quality puttering. I puttered hardcore. I puttered 3 ways, long, hard, and wicked hard. So anyway, what I'm saying is I got some stuff. What you got? Oh, what are you reading?
At the page 33 of the first book. It's
okay, the one that
by Sherilyn Kenyon.
Did you just now start it? So you got all that reading done? Yep. Well, I took out my trash. I have 2 pairs of sunglasses because the other day I went out and I forgot my sunglasses. And so I just bought a cheap pair at Dollar General, and now I just keep those in my car, and then I keep the other sunglasses in the house. But every once in a while, there's a little bit of a mental slip or a little screw up, and I accidentally end up with 2 in the car or 2 in the house. Today it was 2 in the house. So when I took out the trash, I dropped off that in my car, and I looked for that missing lip gloss. Didn't find it because it was up here the whole time. So I did that. I cleaned off my nightstand. Man, how does one person produce so much dust?
It's up in the cabinet next to the plates.
Ho, ho, ho.
Father is making tacos.
He's making what?
Tacos.
Oh, tacos, yeah. Anyway, so I got that. So I actually left the house. I mean, I was still in my tiara and my nightie. So it wasn't like a full-on excavation. Oh, I meant to check to see. I'm expecting a couple of packages today. Just check my email really quickly and see if... I meant to just stick my head out on the porch, but... Yes, they are on the porch. Or unless they're on Ted's porch next door. That's what happened. Nope. They are on my porch. I'll get them during the next sprint. Anyway, so I actually got a fair amount done, and I was just... This afternoon has kind of taken a turn I was not expecting, and I am not unhappy about it.
Pain in my back has not gone away.
Oh
Couch did
no.
not help.
Oh dear. Well, anyway, do you want to see? I got my other library books over here. If you want to see them.
Yes.
Yes. Books. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Too bad Abby Jean had to go because I got Sword Heart, which, like I said, this is the one. Show us, says Lisa. Show us. This is the one that Abby Jean and I want to do a buddy read of. Now, this book came out a few years ago. This is a re-release, a special edition. It's all pretty and stuff.
It's beautiful.
And Abby Jean asked if I was interested in buddy reading this. And I was like, yeah, I like Kingfisher. I haven't read this yet. Well, they had it on order at the library. And they had it on order for like weeks and weeks. I mean, it had been officially released and they still hadn't put it out yet. And I was just like, every once in a while, every few weeks, Abby Jean would be like, has it come in yet? And I'm like, no, I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, so this morning I woke up to a notice saying it's on the hold shelf. So I went and got it. And what's cool is she just checked it out to me at the library. And there was something stuck in it that she didn't even remove. And it is a giveaway. And it's a sheet of paper, or maybe maybe she tucked it in there. Maybe the circulation department tucked it in because they thought I would be interested, because the book I was checking out, it is a sheet that is showing all of the new fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. Oh no, this is an older one. This is from March 2025. But it's this very nice flyer where they actually, I went to one library. I went to Westport, and Westport is literally one of the wealthiest communities in the entire country. And I went to a book sale at their library, and they had this new release thing on this very high quality, glossy hardstock, not hardstock, but strong stock paper, very good looking, very professional. And it was actually a bookmark. And they put them out every 2 months. Because they have money. Property taxes are very expensive, and the properties are very expensive.
Without a doubt.
And they have a very nice performance space in there, so they got it going on. So that was the one book. And then I saw this on the new large print shelf, The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak.
Never heard of that.
Okay, well, a few months ago, maybe even a year or so ago, Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. It's like horror thriller kind of a deal. Was making the rounds, and people were talking about it, and I couldn't get my hands on a copy. And then when I totally forgot about it, out of sight, out of mind. And then when I saw this on the new shelf, I was like, oh, I wonder if they have Hidden Pictures. And they did. So I checked them both out. And a couple of more. Frigid by Jennifer Armentrout. Forced Proximity, Snowed In a Cabin. And Destructively Mine by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I know people love their Addicted and Calloway Sisters books, and I'm not really interested in reading about addiction, even though, sexual addiction might be interesting, but there's like substance abuse and so on, and I'm not necessarily interested in that. No shade on anybody who is. It's just not where my head is at right now. So I saw this one and I thought, oh, this does not seem to be about that. Or maybe there is some of that in there, but it's not like necessarily the main thrust of the plot. So I thought I'd try it out. It's part of a series, but they didn't have the first book, which was... the first book was Dishonestly Yours, and this is Destructively Mine. And I don't know if you have to read them in order. I'll look into it before I start reading it, just in case. And I got a little warm there. And it's about a couple of con artists. And I guess romance ensues.
I'd be slightly worried when mixing con artists with romance. It's a little messy.
Yes. Well, let me see what it says. As the daughter of a con artist, Phoebe Graves only knew a life of swindling the rich until her best friend and fellow grifter, Haley Tinrock, proposed the idea to start a new honest life in a wealthy college town of Connecticut. See, that was the other thing. It's like, ooh, Connecticut content. Con.
Struggling with the salsa jar. Let me know if you need help.
My mom and I frequently end up with the jars, especially the ones that are really wide and it's hard to get your hands around them. And one of us will hold it in place and the other will twist the top, and we'll be between the two of us. We usually manage.
Teamwork.
Anyway, so yes, teamwork makes the dream work. Yes. The drama. I want to know what happens next.
He's just making tacos. I'm gonna have to get off probably after we're done chatting and go eat the food.
Eat the food. Mm-hmm. Did you bring enough for everyone? Okay. Once they're in this wealthy college town in Connecticut, I wonder if it's my mom. Mine's not super wealthy, but we do have a college. Once there, they decide to leave behind their deceitful tricks and be truthful for once. But you know what they say about good intentions. They're good and they're intentional. While Phoebe is fake dating, okay, so she's giving up her deceitful ways, but she's also fake dating someone. Presumably he's in on this. While Phoebe is fake dating Jake Waterford, the third-born son to an uber-wealthy and influential family, she's actually dating and falling deeper in love with Braden Rocky Tinrock, Haley's older brother. To make things more complicated, Phoebe's mother shows up out of the blue with conniving matchmaking designs of her own. Her mother's arrival threatens to unravel Phoebe's plans. To keep her love, her friends, and her newfound happiness, Phoebe will have to return to her old games and win.
I'll be right back.
Uh-huh. Okay. So while Anna is assisting in the preparation of her own dinner, does anybody have anything they want to say? That's the last of my library books, by the way, at least from today. I have a whole bunch on the shelf that I haven't read yet. It might be time to call it a day. If Anna's got dinner going on. Oh. And I got a lot more done than I expected to. Oh, come on. Where's my... Lisa says, well, now I want tacos. I kind of do too. Well, actually, I don't want tacos because I'm not in the least bit hungry. But, you know, that does sound good for later. I'll hide them behind the refrigerator. Yeah. So it's Thursday, so the week's almost done, and it was a short one, of course. I still haven't filmed any videos. That migraine was just really, really bad, and it really, really kind of. I mean, I'm fine now. I'm tired, but I'm not in any pain anymore. But yeah, I'm not ready to jump right back into my creator whirlwind. I got to stop and do some thinking and planning and stuff. But I have a lot of notebooks for doing that. I still need to conclude my thoughts on the Ever Afterthon, which I'm also doing as a live show. That'll be Book Talk with Sock on Monday with Kristen Lee co-hosting, and that'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, says Lisa, I'm filming a tag video. Oh, I don't know if you saw, if this is the one you were going to do or if it's another one, but Tara Talks Books, she posted a tag video yesterday or the day before, and it's a scavenger hunt tag video. And I always enjoy watching those. So I might do that at some point, but I'm not sure because I've got other videos in the works. But yeah. So I don't know if you want to share or if we just have to wait and be surprised. But I do enjoy tag videos. Let's see. Now, this book, Hidden Pictures, actually has illustrations because it's about this woman who becomes like a nanny au pair for a little kid, and he draws pictures. And at first they're kind of cute little scenes like that, but apparently they grow more sinister as the story progresses. So I didn't see that one, says Elisa. Mine is the cozy reader tag. Ooh, sounds interesting. Yeah, it was a scavenger hunt tag. And yeah, that's Tara posted that a couple days ago. It's been kicking around for a couple of years, I think she said, but she got around to it. And then I was like, oh, I think I want to do that. It's like 20 different questions. And like, you're supposed to go to your shelves and find the different books that it describes. So like one prompt or challenge is to find a book with deckled edges. Another is like a book with 3 or more people on the cover. So it's like 20 prompts like that. I just find them, show them. And since I have books scattered all over the house, I might actually take my camera with me and show the various places where I go to find my books, because I've got some in this room, some in the sitting room next door, got some in a closet, got some downstairs in at least 3 different rooms. So yeah. That, says Lisa, sounds really fun. Yeah, I think so. I wonder if Anna's coming back. It's a nice tapestry she's got. Ah, she's back! Woohoo! Anna, Anna, Anna. I was just showing this book by Jason Rekulak. Has illustrations because it's about this woman who becomes an au pair for a little kid.
Ooh.
And he draws pictures. So you've got like this cute little mountain goat or sheep or whatever.
Lamia.
What? What was that?
Lamia. That movie, The Lamia, with the Lamia, the goat thing. Ooh.
I haven't seen it. Oh, I haven't seen it. Sorry, I didn't get it. There's a Lamia in Supernatural. Or I don't know if there's actually a Lamia or if it's one of those where they are trying to figure out what the thing is and they think, oh, maybe it is a Lamia. Anyway, but he draws these cute little pictures and stuff. But because it's a thriller / horror, these cute little pictures.
Oh.
Take a turn. And it is like there's more of that in the book. I do like horror. I know. I
kind of want to read that now, just because of the pictures.
You what?
I kind of want to read it now, just because of the pictures.
Well, I will read the description and the synopsis, the dust jacket copy. Are we ready for story time?
Yes.
Fresh out of rehab, Mallory Quinn takes a job in the affluent suburb of Springbrook, New Jersey, as a babysitter for Ted and Caroline Maxwell. She is to look after their 5-year-old son, Teddy. Mallory immediately loves this new job. She lives in the Maxwell's pool house, goes on nightly runs, and has the stability she craves. And she sincerely bonds with Teddy, a sweet, shy boy who is never without his sketchbook and pencil. His drawings are the usual fare: trees, rabbits, balloons. But one day he draws something different: a man in a forest dragging a woman's lifeless body. As the days pass, Teddy's artwork becomes more sinister, and his stick figures evolve into more complex, lifelike sketches well beyond the ability of any 5-year-old. Mallory begins to suspect these are glimpses of an unsolved murder from long ago, perhaps relayed by a supernatural force lingering in the forest behind the Maxwell's house. With help from a handsome landscaper and an eccentric neighbor, Mallory sets out to decipher the images and save Teddy while coming to terms with a tragedy in her own past before it's too late. Hidden pictures.
I am going to find that and add it to my list.
I was not expecting a picture like that, says Lisa. I probably should have done more to prepare people for unsettling images. Now, this other book by him, I don't think has pictures because it's all about adults, and they're not. This is about this guy. I think they're just like kind of working class, middle class, and this guy who hasn't spoken to his daughter in 3 years gets a notice from her that she's getting married to like this super wealthy guy. And so he's going to the wedding, and then like, but everybody in town hates this super wealthy family, and he's like, what is going on here? Is she in danger from this dude?
Hidden Pictures, the paperback edition, is currently 47% off on Amazon.
Does it include? I assume it includes the illustrations.
I do not know. I would have.
But it might have been more expensive because of the illustrations to begin with. So what is it? Mm-hmm. What is the price with?
It's normally $17.99 for the paperback.
Oh, okay.
$15.39.
So, but it's normally 17. So what is it now? Like
$9.53.
$9.53. I couldn't do that math on the fly. Well, I have a couple of packages sitting on the porch, and one of them is just like boring personal stuff. But the other one, the other day, I was trying to do stuff with my food tree in the sitting room, and I knocked the champagne bottle ornament off the tree, and it broke. And the stuffed animals wanted a word. So I ordered another one. It's not the same ornament, but it's a champagne bottle ornament. So that's on the porch.
It's an essential one for the tree.
It's an essential one, actually, because I'm doing an Instagram picture, and the book was included a speakeasy because it's a time travel deal for the Ever After-thon, and it included a speakeasy. And so this one, the replacement, actually has a label that just has champagne written on it on rather shaky handwriting. I was like, well, for Prohibition, that was kind of par for the course. Champagne. Would you like a glass of champagne? So I was like, that would make a nice prop for that particular picture. So. So is it taco time? Are we concluding now?
I've got my food, but I can wait if you have something you want to discuss. I've got squirrel moments going on right now in my brain.
Like literal squirrels, or just your brain is squirreling?
My brain is squirreling.
No, I'm set. So yes, thank you for joining me on this stream, so I could be here to cackle madly while you looked at a box full of book-shaped objects.
Box of chaos.
Neatly wrapped chaos. So anyway, that was fun, and I actually got a bunch of junk done during my sprints. They were productivity sprints rather than reading sprints, but that's good. Stuff I don't have to do later. Mm-hmm. And I thought today I was just going to be like hiding under the covers reading fanfic, which is totally legit. That is a totally valid way to spend an afternoon, but I ended up doing some other stuff instead.
I was reading a Harry Potter fanfic called Elemental Magic before we got on stream, so I was like...
Well, I'm catching up with the fan fictions that I'm following that were updated like during the Ever After-thon. Because actually the when you were earning points for your team, when you were logging and earning points for your team, there was a provision for doing fanfic. So I did read a couple of novellas and log points for that. But for the most part, I was just kind of concentrating on the books that would earn me the most points for the team. So
I'm doing a fanfic ban next month. I'm not letting myself read anything.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that. You're like, maybe I could read some of the things I have on the shelf.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, so, but Kristen, Lee, and I are going to be talking about that stuff on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
I did soft DNF this. I'm going to read a chapter occasionally here and there, but it gives me the ick.
The dude does?
Yeah, he gives me the ick. It makes this one creepy crawlies. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I could spoil it if you want me to.
Go for it.
He ends up coming forward to the 20th century. It's 20th because this book is set in 1996, because late 90s. He ends up coming forward, and like they start this whole time travel thing, and it continues on for like, I don't know, 300 books, whatever. And basically, he gains a little bit of self-awareness, but everybody around him. And then the next book I read was the second book. And then the next book I read after that was the 12th book. And in that book, they just kind of talk about him. He's not actually in the book, but he's a more active presence in the second book. And it's just like he gains some self-awareness that he's kind of a jerk, but everybody's just like okay with it. Because he's a jerk that gets results. And he does learn to be more respectful toward her. So there is that. But unless you want to see him dealing with the 20th century where everybody is remarkably accommodating to him.
Yeah, nope. Nope.
That's the thing with reading fast when it's a short book, because I'm such a fast reader. Sometimes if it's a short book, it'll be over with before I realize, oh, I probably didn't need to read the whole thing.
Well, I adored Much Ado in the Moonlight. That book was amazing, but this one just, ugh. It's
I did like the second one.
Not the writing, it's the character.
Yeah, the character. And it's like he doesn't, I mean, he does learn to be a little more respectful, like I said, but it's just like people keep giving him what he wants. So
yeah, I can't deal with that.
Like when they come into the present, or the present of the story, it was late 90s, like they stumble out of the past. They don't really have much stuff with them or anything. And so they stumble out of the past, and then they find an inn nearby, like a modern day inn. And they go there, and one of his descendants runs the pub and is remarkably accommodating toward them when they explain who he is and when they've been. And the guy just like rolls with it. And so it's really, really kind of odd.
Unless there's like generational family legends being passed down and they take this seriously, I don't see the accommodating.
It kind of is like that a little bit. It's like they're waiting for the return of Arthur, only they're Scottish, so they're waiting for this guy to come back. And it's like, and the thing is, you know, we know never meet your heroes, but that story does not bear that out. Just like, oh yes. So anyway, everybody gets fabulously wealthy, and yeah, they end up buying the castle and restoring it, and it's just kind of like, okay, why does this guy keep stumbling over his own feet and falling into success?
I don't think I'd enjoy this. I'm not gonna push myself to read this one. There's the one that comes before Much Ado in the Moonlight, which is about her brother and the ghost he marries, and I want to read that one.
I haven't read Much Ado in the Moonlight.
So. That one's my favorite, but I haven't read the brother's story before hers, so I need to read that one.
Okay, well, let's sign off so that you can enjoy your tacos.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, or for suggesting this, kind of, sort of, or going along with it when I said it. I don't even know whose idea it was.
Fun, so.
Huh?
I had fun, so it was okay.
Me too. And like I said, I actually did some stuff, and it was nice to socialize. And yeah, so I'm going to be back on live on Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and that is Book Talk with Stock, and Kristen Lee will be joining me. And that is not a sprinting show. That is a discussion show, and it usually goes about 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah. Oh.
Sounds good.
There we go. Have a good night, everyone, says Lisa. Have a good night to you as well.
Bye.
Bye.